Hello, my name is Anton, and I would like to present a series of videos about the FluentPro FluentBooks software, a software that works as alternative to Microsoft Playbook solution for moving and backing up and restoring the configuration between the project server 2000 and the web application. Today, in this first video, I will give the overview of the software and the functionality. Next video will be covered about comparing two environments, and the third video will be about how to merge two environments, for example, to move your change from development environment to production environment. The video number 4 will be about how to create a package that you can be sent to your to another company that has a FluentPro to deploy the configuration, to deploy the change to the environment. So, when you run the application, it has several major areas. First of all, first screen, the screen is called the import data, and you can see that you can import the data from Project Server 2010 application, from the SharePoint list, Excel workbook, and database. The SharePoint list, Excel workbook, and database, you can import the project information, project custom fields. With Project Server 2010 web application, you can import fields, lookup tables, project types, PDPs, views, and as well the projects and project attributes. Right now, what I will do is I have the development server that is called the FluentPro development. I will select all the items that I would like to import, and I will click on the import button, and the system will do the import of the information. Right now, with data imported, you can see that in the bottom line it will say the data import from PWA complete, and you will see that there will be a number of items here. So we'll click on the fields, and we will see all the fields. For the field, we show the display name, type, if the field is required, entity type, and if there is a lookup table associated to that field. As well, system supports migration of formulas, indicators, all the standard attributes that you can have. For example, you can see that we have the formula here, and this formula will be migrated as well. Next element is lookup tables. For the lookup tables, we show all the information and as well as values for those lookup tables. Every element in the project server, it has a UID, so all the information is completely migrated, will be migrated as well. System support migration of the project types. So if we click on the project types that I created, FluentPro small project, we'll see that there are several project PDPs that will be migrated as a part of that enterprise project type. System is not supporting migration of the workflows. So all the elements that you can see, it's only elements that are migrated at the moment. For the PDPs, you will see all the information, all the PDPs that exist in the system, and the page type. As well, for the views, you can see the different views, and they're all grouped by the type of views. So this information itself. And if we will have any products that have the attributes, you will see the product, and you will see the full set of values for those products. FluentPro FluentBooks provides ability to export the data. Right now, there are several options to export data. What you can do is you can export data to specific project server web application. You can specify just I would like to import just fields or lookup tables, or any combination of the data elements that exist in a system. You can use different credentials for access from the server, and the software, there's no requirement that software needs to be installed on the server box. It's good enough to have the software installed on your development machine, and you can remotely connect to any server as long as you can do that over the internet. Nice feature that we have as part of the system is since you will modify the production data and different server, we have an option to verify the export procedures before applying that to the server. For that, we have a button that's called the Verify Export. And as well, it's basically very similar option. What you can do is we have a tool that calls the compare workspaces. Basically, what you can do is you can select the PWA, and it will load all the same information, except the project information from that PWA, and it will show what is the difference between the elements. So right now I will show how to deploy just several fields into different environment. For example, we'll say that we would like to we'll run the verify export, and we're saying that okay, we would like to verify just fields and lookup tables. I will click on the load, and system will show, okay, we have the fields in the workspaces, and we have fields in PWA, so the fields are missing. So right now what we'll do is we'll select 4 fields: accomplishment, current period, last period, next period, and this year, and we'll migrate them to the destination PWA. To do that, I will go here, I will click on the 4 checkboxes, I will go to the export data, and I will say, okay, I would like just to export the fields. To do that, I just click on the export, and system in the status line, you can see that it's saying that exporting the field. Okay, data export to complete. We can again run the verify, and we'll load the fields. And we'll see that fields are created. All fields are created. So if the system finds the field with all the attributes, and all attributes are the same, system will create those fields. Will create those fields automatically. Oh, system will not create those fields. It will simply skip the fields. As well, when we migrate, the tool will try to preserve the UID for the field from the source environment. The only case when the fields might get the new UID in the destination system if that UID was used. For example, this field was created and after that deleted, or there was a backup made. In this case, the field will get the ID. Exactly that was the case here. As you see that several fields are created with different UIDs, and this field has a full match. It means that system was able to create it with full with all the matching attributes. Right now what I will do is and again, for example, if the field is already exists but it has a different UID, system will not recreate that field because it's good enough to have that field. If you want that field to be recreated, you will have to go and delete the field from the PWA, but you need to be aware that some data might be the data for values for that field might be lost in the system. So right now what I will do is I will go to the fields, I will select all the fields, I will select all the lookup tables, I will select all the PDPs, I will select all the PDPs, and I don't have any views, so I will just simply skip the views. So I will go to export, I will click export all, and I will click on the export. And the system will export the fields and lookup tables, enterprise project types, and PDPs. So when export complete, system will say that data export to PWA complete, and we can verify the data. So I will just do the again. So I will click on verify export. I will load again the data. When the data is loaded, we can see that all the fields are migrated. We can go to the lookup tables. We will see that all the lookup tables are created. It's one lookup table that exists in the destination PW that was not in the workspace, but we can migrate that as well. Project types, it's created, and we were able to use the same ID. For the PDPs, we created PDPs, and it's in place. So as you can see, all this configuration can be exported, and as well, what we can do is we have two options for the export format. When you do the comparison of the workspace with PWA, you can compare the differences between the workspace and PWA and create the export file, and as well from the PWA to the workspace. In first scenario, it will create a file that will consist all the fields that exist on the PWA in the workspace but do not exist in the PWA or different in PWA. And in second case, it will create a list of all the fields and elements that exist in PW but do not exist in workspace. So you can, for example, import those fields to the different PWA. Software doesn't allow merging of the workspaces. It does all the migration just within the PWA. So if you want to move some information, you need to put it to some PWA and then the export the information. System not allowing to editing any elements, except that you have full options to delete some of the elements. For example, if you know that there are some, for example, you don't want to migrate some fields. For example, some out-of-the-box fields, or some different fields. You can say that, okay, I don't want to migrate this field. I don't want to migrate this field. There are several settings for the software, and by default, we disable the use of native custom fields and import export. Project Server comes with a number of the standard fields that are marked that are native to the project server, and when this option is checked, system will load those fields as well. If it's not, it won't load any of the data. Thank you for your time. This was a video about the FluentPro FluentBooks, a software that allows to migrate configuration between the different PWA environments, compare environments, move your custom fields, and deploy some of your fields to your customer PWAs. Please let us know if you have any suggestions, ideas, or questions, and we'll be glad to answer. You can buy the software from our website www.fluentpro.com. Thank you.